Imagine being judged or excluded simply for being yourself, not because of something you did, but because of who you are, of who you became. Imagine being bullied, harassed just by being yourself because you chose to openly express who you truly are. Well, this is the unfortunate fate for many transgender people around the world. This is not just a possibility, not just something to imagine. This is their reality. So, what does that really mean? Today, I'm going to talk about discrimination against transgender communities, a global issue that affects people's safety, opportunities, and well-being. At its core, my message is simple. Everyone deserves respect. Everyone deserves to be treated equally, no matter who they are. And yet, many transgender individuals still face bullying, unfair treatment, and harassment in their daily lives. First, discrimination is more common than we actually think. Transgender people may be laughed at or excluded. They may receive hateful treatment. They may receive hateful comments online. They may feel unsafe just by existing, just by being who they truly are. These are not rare situations. They happen every day, and they don't just happen to transgender people specifically, but to everyone in the community. And when this kind of behavior becomes normal, it creates a society where people feel like they have to hide their identity instead of being themselves. But the impact goes even deeper. Imagine waking up every day and feeling like you have to pretend to be someone else, someone that is not you. It just feels wrong having to pretend. Imagine hearing the wrong name being called, being referred to in a way that doesn't reflect who you are. This is what many transgender people experience through things like dead naming and misgendering. Over time, this can lead to loneliness, anxiety, and a painful feeling of not belonging into a society. And no one deserves to feel like they don't belong in their own world. But this is not just one country's problem. This exists everywhere. In many places, transgender people still don't have equal rights or protection. So we have to ask ourselves, what kind of world are we trying to create? One where people live in fear? Or one where people feel accepted for being themselves, for expressing themselves? The future depends on the choices we make today. So what can we do? And what should we do? We can start small by treating people with respect, by thinking before we speak, by standing up when we see someone being bullied. Because in the end, we are all humans. We are all humans with feelings, so we should treat everyone with respect, support each other. And remember this. At the beginning, I did ask you to imagine being judged for being yourself. Now imagine the opposite, a world where you are accepted, supported, and safe. Because that world is possible if we make it happen. Because respect costs us nothing, and it can change someone's life forever. Thank you.